Lady Gaga blowing away fans and critics alike. She had a show-stopping Super Bowl halftime performance. It was fantastic. A lot of critics are saying people just loved it all around. Lady Gaga is a vocal Hillary Clinton supporter. The singer, though, avoided politics, not even any comments about the new Trump administration. News outlets took notice of that. A few of the top headlines: Lady Gaga keeps political poker face. Lady Gaga at the Super Bowl, no controversy. Lady Gaga avoids politics at Super Bowl. However, one of Gaga's songs is reminding some critics of Nancy Pelosi's performance last week.
Is the sound working? Can you hear now? No, that doesn't do any good. Shall we sing This Land Is Your Land again until they get the sound working?
Highways, this land was made for you and me.
Keep the conversation going. We are back with the political power panel. We've got Deneen Borelli and Democrat strategist Danielle McLaughlin. Deneen, what do you make of the critics, the parallels that are being drawn between Gaga and Pelosi?
Well, it's obvious that she did not overtly use any political statements or words because the left is going after her. The left is attacking Gaga. And that's what the left does. Anytime you don't play to their narrative, you don't, play to their tune, that's what they do. You get attacked.
What do you think, Danielle?
I didn't see any evidence of the left attacking her. I mean, I think that what she did was extraordinary. I mean, I think we all were aghast at what she did, both vocally and in terms of acrobatics. The song itself is, of course, has been used as a protest song. Importantly, though, she didn't use any of the sort of controversial verses that have not been used at, every point, have sometimes been used, I should say. Yeah, I mean, Pelosi used it at the Supreme Court with a sort of a funny failed rally. I should say Mike's failed a couple of weeks ago. But, yeah. I don't know. I think it was just a beautiful performance.
Deneen, Lady Gaga, she often touts unity and inclusion in performance, and, the Born This Way lyrics certainly covered that, right? Do you think she handled it the right way?
Well, I think she did. I mean, I don't really follow her or her music, but from her performance at the Super Bowl, I thought she did a great job.
Okay, let's turn to this next topic, the actual football game. New England Patriots tight end Martellus Bennett telling reporters that he will not attend the Super Bowl celebration at the White House because he does not support President Trump. Quote, "It is what it is. People know how I feel about it. Just follow me on Twitter. I'm not really worried about that." This is Martellus talking. He's saying just don't have to bring that to work. We all have our own beliefs. We accept people for who they are. Danielle, what are your thoughts? Shouldn't the players go to the White House?
I think that it would be nice if they did, but this won't be the first time that someone has refused to go. So President Obama, we had Tim Thomas, who didn't go in 2011. Tom Brady didn't go in 2015. At the end of the day, these guys are still...
As a protest?
Well, yeah, partly as a protest. Tim Thomas was a great Tea Party, and so I don't think he had any interest in talking to President Obama. So, at the end of the day, there are people, they have views. If they want to use this platform or lack thereof, I guess it's their choice. It would be nice if we could all come together in a kumbaya, but I just don't think that's realistic.
Deneen, President Trump is close with, he's friends with Patriots owner Bob Kraft, and he was tweeting about the victory, the president was. And then Kraft told Fox News that Trump was there for him. You guys talked about it in the toughest time of his life after his wife passed away. What do you think of that in context with what Bennett not going to the White House?
Well, it was two different things. I mean, Bennett certainly has that right not to go to the White House. And for Trump to support Kraft the way that he did in his time of need, I think that speaks volumes about Donald Trump as a person, as a human. And he gets it. He understands. This is someone who was hurting at the time, and he was in contact with him on a regular basis. I think that's great.
Okay, you guys sit tight. You're going to be back in just a few minutes. White House shaking up the media in the press room. They've been adding Skype questions during press briefings. They want to include questions from a wider variety of journalists. One of those journalists, pictured here, took the opportunity to blast D.C.'s elite media bubble. He's Alabama radio host. He's Dale Jackson. Look who's here. He's going to talk about it next. Back in 2. Don't go away. With so many people hurting out there,
President, they must go. We need to start killing the White House. The White House must die. The White House, your f***ing White House, your f***ing president, they must go. The White House, the White House, and your voting. I'm with her.
Let's take this to the power panel. Deneen and Danielle join us once again. Deneen, teaching children, what should be done?
This woman, if she is a teacher, shouldn't be anywhere near anyone's child. What she said on tape there is just absolutely outrageous. And if she's bringing that into the classroom, that's even scarier. But she has a huge disdain and contempt for white people and wants to kill white people. What is wrong with these people?
Yeah, and here's the thing, Danielle, are leftists and like that, what we've seen here? Listen, we all believe in free speech, right?
Yes.
First Amendment, free speech rights. In reality, are they really the intolerant fascists that they denounce when they talk like that?
There is no excuse for what these people are saying. Like, I want to be very, very clear about this. But I want to make it also very clear that it is not just the left that has participated in this kind of speech.
She's calling about killing people in
Sure.
the White House. That's
Sure.
beyond intolerant. That's a death threat.
When President
And it's
Obama
not
was
even
elected,
funny. Even if she's saying it's funny, it's wrong. It's dangerous.
it's neither funny nor wrong. When President Obama was elected in 2008, there were burning crosses and there were effigies strung from trees. Okay,
That's wrong too.
Right,
Wrong.
Absolutely. And so my point is that it's not just the left. It's not just the left that is somehow organised and is somehow. I think there's a real problem with the idea that only the left does this. Only the left are violent, and that's just simply not true. I disavow it. I think any good person who supports the Democrats should.
Right, when the Tea Party march, did they burn cars and smash windows?
We didn't even leave litter on the ground. The grounds were cleaner than when Tea Party people got there, and I was first in with the Tea Party movement. Personal responsibility, smaller government, to hold our politicians accountable. That's what the movement was about. There was no central leader. Everyone went there on their own time, on dime, at different events across the country. I spoke at numerous Tea Party events. I even got some marriage proposals.
Oh, you did?
But people were very nice, very kind, and they were about liberty.
Let's switch gears. This is a terrible story. A 12-year-old student bullied for wearing a Make America Great Again hat on a school bus. Take a listen.
I saw him being persecuted for having an opinion of his own. I saw him being berated and bullied and beat, literally beat, because he feels strongly about the world today.
Children now being bullied. Really, Danielle?
It's horrendous. It's horrendous. I mean, we've also seen it on the other side with chants of build the wall against Hispanic students in high schools. So again, I just want to make the point that it's not just liberals. It's horrendous. It's completely unacceptable, but it's not just
That's
us.
why you're saying tone down the rhetoric.
Yeah. I mean,
right?
this isn't constructive.
Go ahead. It's just really, the individuals on the left are totally unhinged, and we've seen all of the destruction that has taken place with these rallies and these protests,
Riots.
And these riots, not rallies. I'm sorry. Over the past couple of weeks, especially in California, you see Berkeley, the property destruction. Even in D.C., with the inaugural events, people were intimidated, had water thrown on them, they were called names. It's crazy how they have become unhinged because they have not gotten their way with this election.
Go ahead.
Look, I was at the Women's March in DC. I have a lot of friends who march around the country. I have never been in a group of people that were so polite and that were so gentle and kind,
but
right?
you saw the violence at the
Right, no, and this is anarchists. This is people who have a completely insane agenda. They want to burn down the institutions of government. I think there's a problem conflating liberals and anarchists because it's just not the same thing. It's not on the same spectrum, and I think it's really unfair because it also undermines the free speech rights and the peaceful protests of people who were marching in DC and other places.
Deneen and Danielle, you're always terrific. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Next up, we're still waiting for the White House.